Guys, I made videos on using drills and everything like that as far as using them to build something, but I never stopped to actually do a video on the features of a drill. Okay, and I will show you that this is a Milwaukee hammer drill. It's 2607-20, and some of the features on here are you have the hammer setting that's good to drill through concrete blocks, things of that nature, brick. So next we have the drilling icon right here. When you switch to here, this locks out the clutch. So it's just going to be continuous rotational drilling. Nothing's going to stop it. No torque setting is going to stop it. It's going to continuously drill. Okay, drill through wood, any type of building material. What I mean by it locks the clutch is it's not going to, the clutch is not going to slip and keep you from drilling, or you're going to run out of torque to drill. It's going to continuously drill. Now this is just the driving setting. So this is driving through building materials, and if you need to set your torque for the clutch to slip, like if you have a soft material and you don't want to strip out the heads on the screws, you would set this on the drilling setting right here, and then you would lower this down. Okay, so settings 2 through about 5, which is right here, is it's low resistance, so the clutch will slip and it'll stop spinning and it'll stop driving into whatever material you have, and it won't strip out the head or drive the screw too far. 6 through 12, it'll take a little more resistance for the clutch to slip. This is for like your regular building material, plywood, 2x4s, things of that nature. And then 13 through 18, it's high resistance, so this is going to allow you to drill through deeper wood without the clutch slipping. And this is going to allow for strong resistance, and it's going to drive through and get into that denser wood. Okay, so again, hammering effect, which we'll go over that. We'll drill through some of this stuff. This is for continuous drilling. It locks out the clutch, so the clutch is not going to slip. It's going to keep driving into whatever you would set this on. If you're driving through a piece of steel, you would set it on that. Okay, and if your regular building material, 2x4s, plywood, 2x6s, 2x4, 4x4, anything like that, this is gonna drive through, and you're gonna be relying on these torque settings. If you set it over here, you got a dense piece of wood, the clutch is gonna slip, it's not gonna drill anymore, and it's not gonna go, the screw is not gonna be embedded in farther into the wood. Now, if you do high resistance, you will actually be able to drive deep into dense wood on 18. Okay, 12 through 18 is for that high resistance. It's going to overcome that resistance and drill into the wood. Okay, and you have a reverse, forward, you have a high, you have a low, so low, high, and we just went over all these settings. On these drills, on these batteries, actually, these extended capacity 8.0 batteries, or extended capacity batteries in general, they usually have a little light here that shows you how much charged the battery is. Let's go over a little demo of different things, and we'll do different settings. So we'll start on the hammer setting. I got a carbide tip bit from Diablo. I'll put this in the description. Maybe you'll find it on the screen, but all these Amazon links will be in the description for these types of tools. This is a 5/16 inch bit. It's good for tile, masonry, concrete, wood, metal. It's 6 inches in length, 5/16 inch in diameter, and let's get into it. This is pretty much standard for anything you're going to use, a bit or whatever, but you would loosen up. This is the chuck. You're going to loosen the chuck up. When you loosen it, it's going to spin out. It's going to open up, and you can put this end with the little ridges. You'll put this end in, and you'll just start tightening it up, just like this. Okay, You don't have to do it that way. You can just do this. You put this in, tighten up, okay? Tighten to the left like that. Tighten it in there. Now it's in there. Now what we want to do, since we're going to be hammering into this concrete block, we want to switch this to hammer mode, okay? I'm going to go ahead and leave it on number 1. And we're going to drill through this, okay? So let's try it out. Let's go ahead and speed it up. All the way through there, okay? When you're holding a drill, you don't want to hold it like this. You don't want to hold it like that. You don't want to hold it like this. It's got to be straight up and down, perpendicular to the surface that you're drilling into, okay? You want to hold it right here, and you can hold it right here if you want. But you'll just start drilling. Okay? You'll start drilling like that. Let's go on to, now let's switch settings. Let's switch to metal. Okay, so now this disengaged the clutch. It's full rotational force. So it's going to just drill. The clutch is not gonna slip in this mode, okay? So let's go ahead and I'll set this to about well, it doesn't matter, this isn't engaged. So we'll go ahead and get the drilling. Okay, so we got through that. Let's take this masonry bit out. We'll take that out, and I'll show you on the driver setting. We'll just show going through some wood. Okay. And we'll go to the driver setting. Now you've engaged the torque settings right here. So if you want it to slip, if you want the clutch to slip on some softer material, you would set it down low. We're just gonna go ahead and put it up by 10 because I don't want it to slip. I just want to show you. We've already done the masonry stuff, and we can actually move that out of the way. Now I'll just show you. Remember, straight up and down. You don't want to be side to side. There you go. I'll hold it two-handed. You go. Okay. And there's other times we'll take the bit off. There's other times where you'll need a driver. And a driver, you can switch this out. You don't need the hammer drill anymore, in a sense. You can actually, when you see those combo packs in the store, pull this up right here. Take out your bit. So you'll have this pulled up. You'll put this in, it locks. These are extra bits that go in here, and you just lock it in. This just keeps it in place. Sometimes it can be magnetic if you get them that are magnetic. But we'll put the battery back on. Again, you could push these in on the battery and go like that, unlock it, lock it. So let's just drive a screw in, okay? Again, you'll put this on. Okay, you can hold it in place to get you started. That is a impact driver, okay? It's gonna drive it through dense material. There's other drills that aren't impact drivers, just regular common drill. If you don't need that hammering action, you can get a smaller drill that is just like this setting right here where you're just driving it. Okay, if you don't want that hammering and over the top, you could just put you can change your setting. You can put it on your hammer drill, change it to that. Only thing is you have to put this in here, tighten it down, and now you got a more calm. Now you'll have a more calm drilling action right here. Slower. You see how it does that? We want to turn this torque up so it'll overcome that. Because that was the clutch slipping. That's about as far as that'll go. And that's the thing. That's why we have impact drivers. That's their purpose. Their purpose is when your drilling setting cannot overcome the density of the wood, you go ahead and get your impact driver. Come over here and lock it in. We'll take it out. And then most building materials, you will have trouble if you don't have an impact. That's why they're so handy. Impact drivers are great for building materials. Okay, just like that. I will show you driving in a wall anchor too on this video. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we have a mock-up of a wall. Here's your sheetrock. They usually put some mud on here, slick it down, thin it out, and they texture everything, and that's your wall. Here's the back of your wall. The outer walls have insulation, boxes in here for electrical outlets. If you want to hit a stud, like you know you have this stud, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and drive it into your stud. Okay. Let's say you don't have a stud. You don't have a stud and you need to hang something, a shelf, picture. Okay. So these require a 3/16 inch bit. Okay. So we'll go ahead. We'll put the 3/16 inch bit into our drill like so, and we'll tighten it up. Okay, we've already went over that. We're going to drill our hole. We don't have a stud here, but we need support. Okay, should have did that a little easier, so let's not do that, but you'll drill it. Okay, there's our hole. We're going to stick the anchor in here. Okay, we'll get a mallet, pop that in the wall. You can either use a drill or you can go ahead and just simply drive a screw in here if you don't want to overdo it and you don't want to tear up your wall. Okay, now you can hang whatever you need to hang. It's going to be right there on the wall. You'll see that that wall anchor splits and holds this snugly into the wall. Okay, so if you like this video on using a drill and impact driver, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.